knew of the place that collected my tears, you would literally drown in my sorrows. Entangled by fear, but reaching out for hope as if you'd found your tomorrows. But I'm feeling weighed down and swimming in the deep end, whilst holding on to memories and desperate to keep them. Washed away by waves towards the depths of the ocean, searching for the words that were left unspoken. It feels like I screamed, but never made the noise. I don't want to come back without my baby boy. I wonder if he sees me, or if he heard me pass. I wonder if he's looking for my purple heart. I wonder if he's looking for the same.
I ran over to the ambulance shouting, "That's my son, let me in." And it just drove off. And then I ran to a policeman who taped off the corner of the road. And I said, "Where have they took my son?" And then he's like, "I don't know." So then I've run back into the car with my sister. At this point, I was panicking, so I'm on the phone to Dad and brother. And I said, right, I'm going to drive to Trafford General, because I'm thinking, because it's in Trafford, he's gone there. I'm saying to Dad and brother, get to Royal Infirmary, at least then he's not on his own. And then we got outside Trafford General, and they turned around and said, no, he's not here. So she's racing from Trafford to Royal Infirmary. And I can remember being at the lights. It was like 2 minutes away. And then the lights was red, and then the phone went. So then my sister answered it and put it on loudspeak, and it was Dad. And Dad went, "Kelly?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he went, "He's gone."
Nobody is shocked when they hear that someone's been stabbed. Nobody's shocked when they hear that someone's carrying a knife, and that's what we've got to stop. We've got to stop it being normal behaviour to walk around the streets of Manchester carrying knives and weapons.
It's a very complex society issue, and I think we all need to sit down and have a bit of a better chat about it, and not be afraid to tell the dark stories of how gruesome and how damaging this is to lives, not only to the families of people that have died, but the young lads that are carrying these knives and that are using them and then are spending 20 odd years in prison. They've ruined their own life as well as someone else's. You know, everyone is someone's son and daughter or brother and sister.
So, like, you can find yourself in a situation where you had no intention and something can happen and you're caught up in that case. That's what I would say you would find yourself. But if you choose to get in a car with a weapon and a balaclava and go to another area and jump out that car and cause damage to young people in that area, or a scenario like that, yeah, I can't see how else that trial can run. I'm really not an advocate for joint enterprise, but I have had that experience too. So I've had the experience where young men that I know are not involved in violence or crime have been charged with joint enterprise for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And as far as I'm concerned, and as far from knowing them, they went to see a fight. They didn't realise there was a weapon. They're all doing 20 years now. They're tried as adults still in joint enterprise. They're not tried as juveniles. And if they've got a murder conviction, they seem to they get similar to their age. So if they're 18 at the point of the trial, then they're getting around 18 years. Majority of them that I know of have been, I have heard of some in London that are higher and some that are lower, but it's generally the ones that I know are like 18 to 21 years. It's in that frame there. Yeah, too many. It's a kid and he's got a 20-year sentence. Like, he's not even 20 himself. So it's not even a life sentence, it's over a life sentence at that point.
I don't know why they carry him, but maybe that's it, bravado. And then once you've got one on you and he pulls one or whatever, or he's going to fight you and you think, oh, I can't fight. No, then it's done then. Then his life's ruined. If he's alive, he's lucky. Your life's ruined, you're going to jail. All your family's lives are ruined. It's all ruined all through one daft action. Through carrying a knife. If you didn't carry one, it wouldn't happen. Put it down, put it back in the drawer, put it in the shed, put it wherever you found it. You don't need a knife. You know, if you want to learn to look after yourself without a knife, come to a place like a boxing gym or a karate or something like that. Bit of self-defence, build your own confidence. You don't have to carry a knife to feel all hard. Just come here and learn how to look after yourself properly. You know, it might change your life. It's definitely keep you out of jail.
Firstly, it's a myth that a knife's going to make you feel safe. You've got more chance of being stabbed with a knife if you're carrying a knife. Statistically, carrying a knife doesn't make you safe. It may make you feel safe, but it doesn't actually make you safe. If that's the situation that you're in, find a trusted adult. You've got to speak to somebody. Like, there's got to be someone somewhere. There's got to be a trusted adult, a youth worker, someone in school, someone in college, someone you can talk to if you feel that you're at risk of violence.
Even if you're carrying that knife for your own protection and something happens, you may be tempted to take it out. You might think you're not going to use it. If somebody has a fight with you, falls onto that knife, it can only take a short incision into a person and that can kill them.
Anywhere you try and penetrate the body, there will be blood vessels, organs, nerves. Whatever the word is out there, there is no safe place to stab anyone. Last month, a young gentleman, 14, was grabbing his own knife in a fight and cut his own wrist. And then the week later, I went into a different place in Manchester and a young lad had been stabbed just up into his armpit there. Quite traumatic for myself, because when we arrived, he was awake and talking to us, and he was pleading for us to save his life. Unfortunately, we couldn't save his life. His injuries were too catastrophic. We had help from our colleagues in the air ambulance. They performed a procedure which cuts straight down the middle and cracks the rib cage, opens the rib cage up so that they can get into the internal organs to try and, in this case, massage the heart to keep blood pumping around, and also to try and find the bleed. It was really, the wound was really quite up to the top, and even the doctor on that incident stated that she just could not find the source of the bleeding.
So if you're even thinking about picking up a knife, whether it be for your own protection or not, in that split second, you've decided that you're willing to take a life, whether it be your own or somebody else's. So just put it down and think again.
And if as a young person yourself you're a little bit worried, there's lots of stuff online. You can go to the I Am Greater website or the Violence Reduction Unit website, and there's lots of links there as to where you can go anonymously to seek support.
A lot of young people will feel as though they're at risk of violence because of what's happening, because of what we see in the media, because the media is relentless with it. And we need the media to show there's way more kids not involved in this than are. Just think about your future. Just speak to somebody, just ask somebody. If you can't ask anyone, shout 84 Youth on Instagram. We'll support you to find someone in your area or where you are to help you feel safe and help you.
We decided to get a banner made, what we put on the front of the gym, saying put the knives down, pick the gloves up, boxers do it with their fists, and hopefully encourage people not to carry a knife and maybe come in the gym and learn how to look after themselves properly. We've turned a lot of lads' lives round, namely Tyson Fury. Jimmy Kelly is from this estate, he's fighting for the world title in June, again, for the third time. A lot of other good lads, Macaulay McGowan, Kofi Yates, who was going around the wrong track before he come here, he turned his life round, good lad. Just need direction, don't they? A bit of someone to believe in them and give them a direction in life, and that's what we try and do. Even if they're not a great boxer, try and turn out a better person.
So the Navigator project is a youth-led violence reduction project, and we'll support any young people aged between 10 and 25 that have been affected by violent crime, and we'll support them pinpoint areas in their life they'd like to improve or have support in, and help them reach goals that they've decided upon themselves. So we've got a really simple referral page on our website. It's just one button, you fill in your details and it gets sent straight to us. We've now launched our community projects, so you can speak to your GP, teachers in school, your parents, they can all refer you, and it's all 100% confidential.
Since Meryl's passed away, we have done the first bleed box in Manchester, which was installed in Fallowfield. We've now got 14 of them. So to gain access to these bleed cabinets, you dial 999, then you get a unique code. Inside the box, there's special equipment inside there and a body map on the door. It's so simple to use, you don't have to be first aid trained to use this. You follow the map on the body map and it will tell you which pack inside to apply pressure or to pack the wound until the ambulance service gets there.
So the first thing you need to do is ensure that you're safe. You don't want to get involved in that incident until it's safe for you to do so. The next thing is you need to ring 999. As soon as you make that call and state what the incident is, we'll start to attend. So it won't slow down our attendance. And then you'll be on the phone to one of our dispatchers. They will be able to then give you best advice on what to do with the situation. Just remain calm. If it is a stabbing, they will instruct you to put pressure on the wound until we arrive. When we do arrive, just keep pressure on the wound until we take over.
As a parent who's gone through it myself, I would not want another parent to go through this pain and hurt, so just put down them knives and save our lives.
Miro, you were the best of me, and sometimes it feels like you're right here next to me. All the darkness in the world couldn't dim your light. We painted the sun for you, son, so you'll always shine. We wrapped it around the branches of the family tree, where we live in a space between dreams and reality. When you passed, I never knew where butterflies went, but since you've been gone, I always seem to find them. Are they angels with wings, searching for their halos? Is it you that always seems to paint the skyline with rainbows? If you're sending mum a sign, that's no less than amazing, and you always seem to do it on a special occasion. People won't understand, they must think we never speak, but you talk to us all since we gathered on your 17th. Ramiro, your voice will echo for eternity, and your friends and your family love you unreservedly. Your pictures, your voice notes, we watch videos and rewind. It's like we're pushing helplessly against the sands of time. But the community united all because of you, and there are adults and children watering the roots. That's because you walked in extraordinary shoes, and now we're moving mountains that they thought would never move. You are the rings of Saturn. You are particles that sparkle. No, you are the universe. You are everything remarkable. I miss my little joker that left a mess in every room. You had a smile that was brighter than the surface of the moon. When I see purple and I'm blue, it always cheers me up because it makes me think of you. You made the house fun. It was different before. I remember your wet curls would be dripping on the floor. I won't forget you jumping out to scare me when I got in, or how you valued family time when you met up with